Yeah, you may begin. Start. Yeah.
Okay, तो मेरे को पहले पूरा एक्सप्लेन करना पड़ेगा, राइट?
Yeah, you have to explain. Yes, please first show your code and run from the command prompt or VS Code. It's depend upon you how you would like to run.
Uh,
Yeah.
Basically, this is my app.py file where, where I will from the goods, and these are the folders which can be. This is app.py. This is db.py, the database, and this is module.py where all the database queries have been written. So I have been running this using VS Code like Python.py. So after running this, you'll be going to this next, and then there basically there are three users, uh, like not three users, but uh, in student and company. First, we will log in as admin. So we are directed to the admin dashboard. So
You know what? You know what? Like as you appear for Viva, you are aware regarding that you have recorded a video by demonstrating all your project, and by that way, I must be aware regarding your UI. So I think you have to commence with your model.py. What are the schemas that you have, and while you I would like to say elaborating your admin dashboard. So the codes that are responsible, or I can say the code that I have used to build this UI. If you can explain both things simultaneously, that will increase your chance to be considered as bona fide one. So I think you have to do like that.
okay, UI and like that model of UI side.
Yeah, you know why I've asked you to do this, because they are aware regarding your UI. You have uploaded the videos where you have explained all these stuffs, and they I think came across your videos. So instead explaining things, I like to say similar thing again and again, you have to do something different. First, commence with model.py. As you commence with your folder structure, that was really great. But thereafter, you don't have to just jump on the UI. Instead, you have to start with models.ui, like this is the schema, etc., etc. Thereafter, show the UI, and which UI, show the code responsible for that. If you are showing admin dashboard, then for sure you have to show the code of admin dashboard that you have built by your own. So now you may proceed.
Okay. Uh, so basically, coming towards the model.py, there we have a username, user column, where we have created a class, and we have used the object db.model, uh, where we have created that will be common for all the admin, company, and student. So that thing we have created in a single class, that is ID, email, password, name, film, phone number. These are the things that we have created. Basically, ID, which we have put it as a primary key, because it would be that. And for password, for password we have used hash password. Uh, Basically, when you enter a password, it will be converted into hash password. And while we will log in, it will check that password hash, so that it maintains the security, and like nobody can log in it other than you. For admin, we have basically a rule that admin, yeah, basically there's a db.nm which confines to this. If it is admin, it will be like this. For admin, there will be like the in admin dashboard, we will be having a registered company, I will be going to that admin dashboard where I will be explaining all the things, like what are the components we have on the admin dashboard. So let's go over there. So like I have to go to app.py or directly to the admin dashboard.
No,
Like stuff.
if you know what, while you illustrate models.py, so in between they want to ask you some questions that I would like to ask. So please so model.py again so that I can do hacking to them. Just go on the top, on top, from your first line. You know what, like what is this? What is this model.py and what are these schema? Would you please tell me what is this? What you have used? First, explain them. I have used SQL Alchemy for these. From very first line, like I have imported DB. And where this DB? Show them, sir. This is the DB. What is DB? DB is the instance of SQL Alchemy that you have used. So if you explain like this, that's the way to explain it properly. Just not comments with so this is user class of user etc. So thereafter, so always start with your first line. So this is my import, and that's how I've used this. Why you have created these enums? What is use of these enum? Can we dispense without dispense of this? Can we dispense of this? I would like to say role that you have used as enum, like approval status, drive status, etc., etc. They you know what, they generally focus the first and foremost question that they gonna ask you to model.py, and these and there are very limited set of questions that they may ask, and generally those are predictable. So I think you have to focus on model.py. Farmers just comments with, sir, from DB I have imported this DB. Now what is this DB? They wanna ask. Then you wanna explain, sir, this is the DB that I have used. So where is this DB? DB.py. I like this. So would you please tell me what is this DB that you have imported and why you have imported?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
okay. From like we have imported DB, and that is a db.py file where we have created a object DB. Like for that SQL Alchemy, we have used SQL Alchemy, which is a ORM. And but there we have created an object DB, and that DB is included in the models.py file.
What is this ORM?
ORM is basically a object relation mapping, uh, which help us to write the query, like
Mhm.
in SQL and in case, ORM which help us to write the query in Python, like rather than writing in a raw SQL, like right.
Great, great, Bobby. Yeah, exactly.
So like coming to from date time, we have date time, while so,
What is enum that you have used? Like from enum you have imported enum. Is this enum is package library or what? And why do why do you feel that you need to use this enum? Can't we cope up without this?
uh, Enum is a library or that I don't remember,
Okay,
but
okay.
I we
Look,
have used
look, the way you said कि I don't remember, that's great. बहुत अच्छे से ही बोलना आप कि I don't exactly remember, but this is a library that I have imported. Look, uh, what I am doing, I am delving in detail, as you know, devil lies in detail. That's why I'm asking you. They don't wanna be that much. I like to say skeptical, but yeah, okay, that's fine. That you have replied. And just revise once why we use enums. We use enums when we have to or when we need to define a certain set of thing that is unchanged, don't that we not need to change again and again. These are the certain set of things like rule. There are only three roles: a student, company, and admin. And these are not gonna change as per dashboard or something. So that's why we use enough. That's all. Now you may proceed to the concept next after enums. Class role approval, etc. What there after this?
okay. So like I have to explain in right, or we just move forward.
I move forward as I've asked you, and you said no. Then just yeah. But by the way, assuming your user, you know what? why you have used this the word abstract true? What is the usage of this? As over like over here, I can see you have used this word, but as compared to other classes of yours, you didn't prefer to use. So why use in first one, not in like another, or I would say other classes? Abstract equal to true, man. Line number 33.
Yeah, yeah. Got it.
गूगल मत करना।
Basically, they said this in share.
हाँ ठीक है, सॉरी। या कोई नहीं, जो जो याद नहीं है बस just note once and we will look after that, कोई नहीं। And like, would you please tell me what is primary key, and what if we use this, and what is the use of primary key for this particular class or for other one?
Yes, sir. Basically, primary key is a key which uniquely identify the like क्या request like a cell in a column basically in a database, because primary key is not none in a unique, like for example
Exactly.
like
Of the person. That's all. Okay, okay, Rasul. And I would like to know, in line number 32, you have used DB dot model. What is a DB dot model, and why use this? What if we don't use this over here? What happened?
basically db is an object which we created in that db.py file,
Okay.
and the db.model is like we have used uh, the, like I don't know what we called it, that the instance or that like what is db dot model, as we have further also used db.kernel, db.integer. So
You know
db dot
what?
model is
Yeah,
a
please.
base class.
Yeah, no, yeah, it is a base class that you have used here to inherit the power, or I can say the feature that ORM generally provides. So that's why we use. Okay, that's all and fine. Then proceed.
So basically these are the classes for element companies.
Okay, okay. And wait. Would you please explain why we use this backref? What are the uses of using this backref? And is there any another options we have that we can use on behalf of this instead this particular backref?
Basically backref we have used so that it would be basically it is a one-way relationship according to what I know that uh when we apply on the application, it will be redirected. Actually, I've read it about that. And there's one more thing that we can use is that I don't know remembering the name, but it is a two-way relationship.
Backpopulate. That was backpopulate that you have used. Look, what you out to how you out to reply. So we use backref to establish relationship between two tables, and another option that we have, that is backpopulate. The core difference between these two is one is direction, one is unidirectional, and other is bidirectional. That's all that you need to tell them. That we fine enough to like convince them that yeah, you are aware regarding. And would you please tell me why we use this lazy equal to true? What if we refrain from using this lazy equal to true? What will be the impact on our website or in data loading? How this gonna impact?
That I don't know.
लेजी इक्वल टू ट्रू हम यूज क्यों करते हैं? कोई नहीं, बता दूंगा मैं। लुक, बाद में बताता हूँ। लेजी इक्वल टू ट्रू यूज हम इसलिए करते हैं क्योंकि मेन डाटा हम पहले लोड करा लेना चाहते हैं। जैसे जब आप स्टूडेंट को फेच करोगे ना, तो पहले हमारी प्रायोरिटी होती है कि भाई किसको पहले लोड कराना है। तो रोल नंबर कोर्स स्किल जो है उसको पहले लोड करा लो। ये जो एप्लीकेशन वाली है जो किसी और टेबल के साथ मतलब रिलेशनशिप एस्टेब्लिश कर रही है, we wanna reload this thereafter. So that's why we generally prefer to use lazy equal to true. Just tell them we use lazy equal to true to delay the data that is not necessary or will be in use just after opening or you can say loading that particular table, like here a student table. You may need to work with roll number, you may show roll number, or I can say codes, skills, etc., etc. But apparently, applications will be not your priority to solve foremost. So that's why we use lazy equal to true, so that we can show this thereafter. To I would like to say up to fetch the data with ease. You don't need to do hurry. First fetch the important data, thereafter do prioritize these particular applications, etc. That's why we use lazy equal to true. And would you please explain what is this cascade equal to all, delete, etc., etc., and what is the usage of this? What actually don't use this? How this gonna impact our website or data loading?
So just a second.
हाँ ऐसे ही करना हो कुछ भी आप।
Uh, that basically that defines
Yeah, that defines.
basically that defines the how parents operates on the children. Like if we basically, can I give you an example like how to explain this?
Yeah, you may. That's what you ought to do.
Okay. So if we delete something, like if there is a parent class and to that there we have a child class of that parent class, if we delete the data of the child class, it will not be affected in the parent class. That is what we have cascade.
Okay, okay.
It's
That's all that I have to ask. Oh, wait, there is another thing. Like in line number 93, you have defined class placement drive. Yeah, and probably that will be name of your table too. Then why you need to define again underscore table equal to placement drive? Why you need to do this? As you know, the class name can be by default be your table name too. So whether you can do this or that.
I think no, sir. We have to define it separately, the table name, because it can't be always like class name always be a table name, because uh, I do- like in the upper classes we also have particularly defined all the table names.
Okay, and would you please tell me in line number 72 why you have inherited this user common? What is this user common, and why do you need to inherit this in this particular student class?
Basically, user common is one of the class we have created. This is the user common class we have created, and because this is a common information, yeah, this is the common attributes that are used in the further classes in like in students. So we have inherited user common because so that we should have not tried again and again that code, like similar code again and again.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's fine, and that's all regarding model.py. Now you may illustrate your UI, and with the UI, you must show your code to your HTML code that you are, uh, I mean to say, वेबसाइट पे क्या बोलते हैं यार उसको दिखा रहे हो जिसको।
Basically, this is the admin dashboard which I have created.
Okay.
So it's paying the total students, total companies, like how many students have been there, have registered, total companies that have been registered, total drives which that company has created, and how many students have applied to that drives are the total
Mm-hmm.
applications.
Mm-hmm.
So these here we have registered companies,
Mm-hmm.
uh, which we can like admin can approve, widget and blacklisted. So coming towards the code of that, basically this is the admin dashboard HTML file.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we have all these things, like total students we have been displaying these total company. These both have them written over here, which are displaying. And for the registered companies, registered students, we have created a different HTML files. So
What you have used, show me your code once again. Like, why you have used this loop and what we call and what I would like to say, who empower you to use these loops in HTML? As we know, in HTML, we generally refrain to use loops. So, how and what empower you to use this loop in HTML? What are these?
like notes, I think it.
Oh, what I'm asking is regarding the syntaxes that you have used in line number 19, double mustache syntaxes, and thereafter mustache percentage syntaxes in line number 70. What is this? To help you, I would like to give you some option. Template inheritance, template engine.
Yeah.
What is this?
Basically, we have used this. The review is this. Basically, we have used it using Jinja to a template, and
What is Jinja?
oh, hello.
हाँ, what is Jinja? मैंने पूछा.
Okay, basically, Jinja 2 is a templating engine which uh, provides us some functions to use it.
No issue. That's okay. All right. इतना काफी. आप इतना बोल दोगे ना, उस सामने वाला समझ जाएगा अगर आप कंप्लीट भी ना कर पाओ. That's not a big deal. So just go on your UI and show how your buttons, or I would like to say the features that you've implemented are working. So just prompt him to do that.
Okay, so these are the companies which have registered. Okay, so if we put over here, if we select approve, it's the status of that will be changed to approve. If we select it would be reject, it would be the status of that will be rejected.
And
And this
and like, can you reject after approving? Like, there were three companies; those were approved already. Can you reject or blacklist these two?
is we can reject it. Like there's a company Cisco Systems, we can reject it by, so it will be rejected like if the status has been changed. So if the company has been rejected by the admin, the company cannot log in or can use its dashboard because admin has rejected its status.
Okay, and fine. What about this blacklist? What are these registered students? And you may blacklist action. How you wanna do this?
Like coming to the registered students, basically these are the registered students. We are displaying the name and roll number of the registered students, and they are like they have already registered the placement portal. The admin has the power to blacklist, and the company is can also, I think. So basically, admin has the uh, I guess power or the like who blacklist the student if they want that the student cannot sit in the portal. So if we click on a blacklist option, it will be blacklisted. So the student Ramchandra will not be able to log into its dashboard and will not be able to apply to the company tries which has been there.
Okay. And have we implemented such functionality?
Yes, sir. We have also implemented such functionality.
Oh,
Then,
nice.
yes, sir. Basically, using the search functionality of admin dashboard, we can search for the drives, we can search for the shooting. So, if I search for a GPAOC company, like how which drive has been created. So, this is the drive GPMC has created. Basically, a GPMC company. Okay, remote from the drives.
Okay, that's weird. Like, understood. You have implemented well. Uh, what about the options that you? Yeah, just show me the graph. That's what I generally do expect from like bona fide student outlook. Like, what do you have shown? Like summary, companies, the students. Is this dummy data or the real one that you have first fetched from database and thereafter parsed all these and so on, or dummy data that you have used to show?
So, sir, this is a real fetch data from the database. HB
Oh,
is the
really?
application. Yes, sir.
But
That's
then, can you show the route or the data from where you have fetched and parsed to show like in this format?
uh, yes, sir. So basically, we have done the graph section using a library called Matplot library. Uh, Basically, which what it does is that basically it fetch the real time data from the database, and it converts the image. It generates an image, and what we get is like how it is that mm, like real time data कैसे आ रहा है तो जो लाइब्रेरी है वो बेसिकली यूज करी है B6 Pro to keep
Ma'am,
every
English.
image.
Ma'am, English.
Okay, so Matplot library uses a base64, which converts the image data or a binary data into a text file, which is using the HTML, so that it is giving the real-time based data. And the basically, this is the graph section we use in the Edge dashboard, uh, and in the app.py.
Like, there's so like if you have used matplot, are you aware of the difference between plot dot plot, yeah, फिर x dot plot, plt dot plot, you may say, and x dot plot? Oh, okay, that's not true. Okay, please tell me, how do we generally save plot as an image file?
Uh, Basically, in this portal, we are not saving any image
Great,
or
that's great. बहुत सही। भाई मैं जब करा ही नहीं है तो मुझे नहीं पता हो गया। आप क्यों पूछ रहे हो? बहुत सही, बट ठीक है। And ma'am, that's all. You know what the kind of questions that the Viva instruments generate over you, graph that you have just demonstrated. They may ask you to sort your data that you have shown there, like percentage, but I don't think they're gonna ask because you have used pie chart, so you may feel safe. So that's all I would like to know regarding our admin dashboard. What if you may show other dashboard that you have developed? And by the way, what about the options that you have provided dashboard, past drives, upcoming drives? Is this for admin?
yes, sir. It is only for the admin.
Okay.
Like actually, there's not. So there's basically an acting. There's one command I have to run. I don't remember the command, so I will figure this out.
Oh, all right, all right. That's one thing.
Okay. So here, like actually, I have implemented the seed data. Uh, it is not. Yeah, this is the seed data which I have implemented. The dummy data for the upcoming drive, and these were the dummy data for the past drives. I think there was some commands. I don't remember, but yeah, I would figure it.
Okay, that's all regarding admin dashboard that you have created. And yeah, and don't you think you out to commence with showing that how we gonna register the admin, how this created? You know what? How you have to explain while you explaining your admin dashboard. Just keep the points that they have provided that they have asked you to create in milestone. All right. Uh, like for most regarding admin dashboard in your milestone, if you whenever get by that particular milestone, you know, observe that for most they have asked or they conditioned that admin must be created by running command instead of registering one. So that's how you may like introduce your admin dashboard. That's how you have to introduce your admin dashboard initially. But that's okay. That's all right. That's not a big deal to be skeptical regarding all these stuffs. And I hope someone is calling the bell. Do you need to go or you may be here? All right. Okay. So your company dashboard and a student dashboard. True.
So, like, while explaining that, while we are running that python.app.py file, in that case, only admin has been created. Like, this is the admin.
And just show the code liable for this creation. And that's all. Now you may show your company dashboard, your student dashboard for the.
Like, when we go into the company dashboard. Yeah, this is basically a company dashboard.
Oh, where you have minimal data to demonstrate. Okay, that's not a big deal. Would you please create a new drive?
Yes, sir. Basically, what we suppose selecting the ELC company here, job title, like software engineering fish tag, the job description, then with the random data signer or
Okay, then create this job description.
like you have to create a proper job description or random because
No, just be informal that you would like to do. Just show them that you can create. You know what? Why did what I did while I was demonstrating? I just clicked the random key of my keyboard, like X, Y, Z, etc., etc. That's how I created job description, and that's how I. So that's not a big deal. But if you can create with formal tone, that will be fine as usual. Oh my god. And experience required. Wait, what? Oh God, yeah, you created just not a big. I can go on and scroll down. Why we have provided two options like drive status and approval status.
because basically we have provided first thing would be like for approval status we have kept this pending because only after that if the admin approve this drive then then only the students can see this drive and can register, can apply for this drive created by the company. And we have kept the drive status upcoming as default. Basically, we have kept this default. We can keep it as ongoing and completed also. But by default, we have created keep kept as upcoming so that when the admin approve that yeah this drive uh, is the drive is already approved by the admin, then the status of the drive will be changed to the ongoing drive, and then the students can register.
All right, that's great. Just show you the placement tab that you have created. You know what? Another point that I would like to mention over here is that what you have to do when you were explaining your company dashboard where you have created these drives, and as you know, admin need to give approval to this drive so that students may apply it over here. So, what if you open an admin dashboard too in your background or in your incognito mode, and where you can show like, so here I have created this drive, and you may see over here in admin I can give approval to them like simultaneously what I'm asking you to do. Can you, like, can't you?
No, sir, we can't do that simultaneously because when we log in, it section shows the user ID and the user name, which keeps on like as we take any request or as we create any drive, it keeps on like yeah we are like for the company dashboard, the session has been storing the JP Morgan's ID and the rule like company rule and like
No,
what are
no,
the
no, you,
requests?
no, no, no. You didn't get by what I'm striving to exhort you. What I have asked, I have asked, can't you open admin dashboard in your incognito mode of your Windows, like browser? You may try to do that, and I would like to assure you that that out to work. No, y- you have nothing to do over here. Just copy your URL. Just copy your URL from here. Yeah, yeah, exactly, and paste in your like just only port number. That's all. Nothing thereafter. Just paste it and cut all these dashboard companies, etc., by backspace, and then enter, click enter. Exactly. That's how you may log in as admin too. But you can explain, sir, I have created these companies, and you may observe over here at admin dashboard, we have option to approve. Exactly. That's great. That's I would like to say one of the important way to show your confidence, so that their mind mapping will be well. Just show them whenever they ask to show you. Sir, there this is the admin. You may see. By top pe to jao, scroll at top. Yeah. Over here you have options, Videsi tour, heads fashion, anything that you have created. They are asking for approval. Yeah, that's great. If you can show this, then I don't think they'll left with any question to ask you.
So like any theory questions they will be asking over here.
Yeah, they might ask, but you know what they can ask? They might ask regarding template engine or regarding Bootstrap. And with Bootstrap, they have really very certain or I can say limited question that they generally have. So don't worry regarding all this stuff. The way I'm asking you, the way you have replied, if you can clutch all these, or I can say grasp all the concept that how you have to explain and what you have to explain. Don't worry, just be confident. They are like us, and like as I said, it depends now if Viva instructor is क्या बोलते हैं उसको tireless या fastidious खरूस जिसको बोलते हो आप, तो बट ऐसा होता नहीं है जनरली वो जैसे हो ठीक ही रहता है सब जैसा बिग डील यू नो व्हाट Bhumika got as grade. Literally, I didn't ever expected that she can score as grade. And some of my students who were really creative, projects crafted well with a study that what their project was aesthetically beautiful, and their Saudi was also good, but they scored 85, 87 in between them. But so just don't worry, just go with flow and and don't be concerned regarding how it gonna go or what extra I can do. You don't need to do anything extra. Just be yourself. That's what they expect. Yeah, that's great. And so are you sure that you have अभी मैं Viva instructor हूँ, so behave accordingly. So are you sure that you have demonstrated all the milestone, or you have developed all the features that milestone document asks you to do?
Uh, yes, sir. I have implemented all the milestone of the like which has been mentioned in all the 6 months. Uh, According to me, I have achieved all the milestones given in the dots, right?
Okay, okay. And like company has search feature. Can you search anything or is it dummy?
We can search for a like company can search for students. Like we can search for
Okay, okay. Okay, I got it. We don't have result for RAM. That's why it's blank, but it's all working. Like, can you show me the? I would like to show. I would like to ask. Can you show me your endpoint that is showing this, like searching endpoint that you have created? Routing. I'm what I'm asking. Don't be bothered about these searches. Just show me the routes that you have created.
Uh, for the company that puts it,
Yeah, search route that is liable for depicting search results of the company that you have searched now. How is this working? How you have implemented? Can you explain with bird's eye view?
okay. So for the firstly, basically I have created a will search
Okay.
uh, app route for the search option, and in that I have implemented, like if it is if your user role is admin, the functionality is will be different. If the user role is company, the role of that search will be different, and for the students it will be different. uh like we'll be checking over here. Basically, if user ID is not in the session or the user is not in the session, they are redirected to the login page.
Mhm.
And if the role is we have in admin, the admin
What
can
is this?
search.
What is this I like and how this actually work?
Uh, basically, sir, it matches the character. Uh, mm, how can I explain it?
That's right. That's all. That's all. So tell me, Anisa, like you you just said this is matching the characters. What if you may need to join two tables and thereafter run search queries over them? So can you?
Uh, join two tables.
Yeah, you are not prepared, but these are tough questions that they rarely ask, but that's all. Okay. Now you may show your restaurant dashboard. Registered as a student. No log out, registered as a student.
Okay, let's just over here we can represent the student.
अब ऐसे नंबर कितने ये काउंट मत करना है प्लीज। चलो कोई नहीं, ये सारी चीजें कोई नोटिस नहीं करता।
Basically, here we also have a option to upload the resume.
How this works? Like, can you explain the code that you have how you have implemented it? I would like to ask some questions regarding this.
Uh, can I show you the page?
Yeah, for sure. That's what I am asking you to do. But these are the dummy one, no? Yeah.
So, yeah. So basically, while registering the student, we have created a option to upload the resume, and we have used a function called secure file name.
Why do we need this and what is the secure file name? Like, Why we need this?
We need it because to prevent like so that no malicious file names or no wrong file names should be uploaded. To maintain the integrity and the consistency of the database. Uh, that is why we have used it as a secure file move so that uh, and then we have put the path over then we have created when the path is stored basically.
Why we need to secure them? And what is a secure file name? Have you imported this or created this any kind of function or what?
So basically secure file name is used.
अरे मैम ऊपर एक फंक्शन है सिक्योर फाइल नेम, आप ऊपर स्क्रॉल करके देखो। वेट, अरे उतना ऊपर निछाना था भाई, ये देखो। हाँ, आप यूटिल से करते हो इंपोर्ट उसको, वर्कज़ूप यूटिल से। यार दैट्स ऑल, बस हो गया, और कुछ नहीं। और कुछ नहीं, इससे कोई खासी चीज़ें पूछी जाएंगी, ये काफ़ी होगा। और कुछ बहुत छोटी सी चीज़ें दे में आस्क, आई थिंक यू आर कॉन्फिडेंट इनफ टू tackle those. I just upload your resume and register as a student. Thereafter, log in and explain your student dashboard.
Please, please be careful. So yeah, we have registered the student.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, the profile. This means then the student can view his profile also. Uh, and can see the companies. Can get the details of the companies and the drives which the company has created. These are the available drives.
And you know what I ask you to give some background color to this company's table, can't you?
Yes, sir, we can.
Then let it be. Then let it be. Okay. Just apply on any available drives that you have, and so how companies gonna handle your application, and can they update the status? Like first when you apply, they your drive available drive out to show that you have applied, but whether you are shortlisted or rejected or the options that you are equipped with. So can you show, like, if company update the of your status, so can you show those as notification or somehow, because these are the core these are where core features that were mentioned in the document that you have read.
Yes, sir. Like if a student like Asha thought is applying to this drive, uh, so it will be showing that the current status and what the final outcome is that. So if we go to the company that's due, like the company was GPMs. Yeah. So there were the two app. Here we can see the two applications which has applied to this drive. Uh, so here we can change the status of the student if it is shortlisted, rejected, or selected. If we want to change that it is shortlisted, so the student it will be changed.
Great,
Current status.
great. And like,
And they would
have you ensured that if a student applied on a certain drive, they can't again apply on that, or we can say their application must not be redundant? Have you ensured this integrity in your code?
yes, sir. While applying for the drive, like let me show you. Yes, sir. There's a function we have. There's a thing we have created existing application. If the students is applying again for the same drive, it will find out that it would filter it if the same student ID or the same drive ID exists. It will return have already applied for this drive. Or if it is not found, then it will be cleared. The drive would be cleared. like the application. Uh, like let me demonstrate that. If I again let the same person is in applying for this role, so it will be showing that you have already applied for this role.
Okay, okay. Can you show me your app.py? I have some certain set of questions that I'm equipped with to ask you. Where you have logged in, would you please show your logged in or the endpoint, or I would like to say the routes that are responsible for your login and how you are and how you redirecting on particular dashboard on the basis of their roles. So, would you please explain this role required functions? Wait, there was something very interesting that you have just shown. Just revert back and show me how your role this particular function is working. So can't you?
Yes, sir. Basically, they have created a custom decorator name role required. What it does is that uh, when we log in, the session stores the user ID and the user's role, and it will direct if the role matches to the specific role. Like if it is an admin, then it will it will direct you to the admin dashboard. Or if it is a company, a specific company, then it will direct the specific company dashboard to prevent the unauthorized access of the dashboard. Like no other company can access the dashboard of another company, or no student or anything. Anyone can access the admin dashboard from their email ID or password.
Okay, okay. Have you used sessions to store your credentials like email, your username, user role, or anything else? And how is that working? Like, can you show me your first show me your login endpoint from where I can ask all these questions. वो ऐसे नहीं बोलेंगे, मैं ऐसे बोल रहा हूँ. वो जब आप दिखाओगे ना तो वो पूछ लेंगे. Wait, and what is this? Oh, I'll just revert back. What is this db.session.commit? What if we don't do this?
This one.
Exactly.
Okay. Uh, it is for we have been committing the changes that we have made. If we don't commit, then after closing that application, the changes that we have like what we have created or the changes we have
Exactly.
made
That's all. That's all. That's all. That's all. And what about these sessions, like the role that you have stored? What is this session and how this actually works?
basically it stores the user ID the users here.
No, ma'am, that's not the correct one. I didn't ask what is the usages of this session. What I have asked is what is this session?
Uh, basically it is a
Session is the object or a memory that created while you run your app and persist till you maintain the session of your application across all the routes or files that you can like say analogous to that. So that right,
does it come under the class?
yeah, so, man, that's all. What else I would advise you to do? What else they may ask? They may just ask you to, show any one of your dashboard. You know what else they generally ask to people to edit your profile, etc., etc. On the top of that, they generally ask you to show the button that you have used and please revise flex display, please, if feasible for you. Like, uh they rarely ask all these stuff to do in Viva 1. These are Viva 2 questions. But if you are prepared, then that's good. And I can predict you wanna for sure you wanna achieve attain S grade or at least A grade for sure, I can say.
Yes, sir, sure, but I try my best to stir the case.
Yeah, ma'am, you have tried your best and that's बहुत
So, is there any questions like the Proctor